How did your journey as an entrepreneur actually start?
Man, that's a loaded question. I'll take it back to high school. I thought it'd be cool to make some custom T-shirts. I have the notepad I had in my back pocket in high school.
That notepad sounds like your very first CRM.
Yeah, for real. I've always been interested in solving problems, really, and then making some money off of that.
Which venture came first, and what problem were you trying to solve at the time?
I love building brands. That's my thing. Is I'd rather build a logo first and a brand name and before I have anything built.
Why do you think the traditional link in bio model is flawed?
If you think about it, you're on your phone and you're scrolling through the feed and it says, click the link in my bio. So you have to go to his account, then go to the link in bio, then click the link in bio. Then you have to find the link.
What are the biggest mistakes that agencies make when trying to sell AI today?
One, they don't have a good way to actually show what it looks like and how it functions in real time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode on the HighLevel Experience podcast. Our guest today is a SaaS founder and agency operator who's been deep in the trenches of selling automation, AI, and marketing systems to real businesses. After watching too many AI chatbot deals stall, not because the technology didn't work, but because prospects simply couldn't visualize the outcome, he set out to solve that problem. He built a platform that helps agencies show and not just tell what AI agent is and what it could be. A way to create a personalized interactive AI demos that let prospects experience the power of automation before a single line of code is deployed. He's been working closely with agencies inside the HighLevel ecosystem, helping them sell AI chat and voice solutions with more clarity, confidence, and speed, turning complicated tech conversations into simple buying decisions. If you're agency owner trying to sell AI without getting buried in tech builds, this conversation is going to be packed with insights. Please welcome to the show, Jeff Vanasdal, founder of Bot Mockups.
Hey man, thanks for having me on the show. That was an awesome intro, by the way. That's probably the best one I've had.
Appreciate it. Great to have you on, Jeff. Mate, before we get into Bot Mockups and everything you're building today, can you take us back a bit? Like, how did your journey as an entrepreneur actually start?
Man, that's a loaded question because I'll take it back to high school. That was probably my first business. And I've always been in the motorsports world. I've been riding ATVs and dirt bikes since I was 8. And we had a group of friends that would all ride together with their dads. And I thought it'd be cool to make some custom T-shirts to wear to school and out riding and stuff. So that's what I started doing just for us. And then we'd start wearing them to school and people were like, "Oh man, can I get a T-shirt?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" So I started selling T-shirts. You can get your name and number on the back. And I sold a ton in school. I wish I could show you. I'll send it to you later. I have the notepad I had in my back pocket in high school. I have it framed in like a shadow box that would take orders for T-shirts. And then I just bring them to school the next week. So that was like my first, I don't know, round of being in business as an entrepreneur. I loved it. And then
man, that notepad sounds like your very first CRM.
Yeah, for real. Dude, I was building sales funnels before I even knew what a sales funnel was. That's a whole nother story there. I don't know if you want to get into that, but yeah, man, I've always been interested in solving problems, really, and then making some money off of that.
I like those very first entrepreneur journeys in a young age. That's always cool. Like those in school, selling to classmates type of thing. There's something special about it. I've personally haven't sold anything to my classmates, but when I was a kid, I went into the town square in my hometown, and I was selling these, which called these devil sticks. I don't know if you had those in schools. Like you basically had two sticks made out of wood that you just wrap around with like old tube, and then you just sorry.
Is it like you put your two fingers in it?
No, you're holding those two sticks. It's like drummer sticks, but they're wrapped around in an old bike tube. And then you have a longer, thicker stick with also covered with rubber. And then with those two sticks, you control it, you spin it, you throw it in the air, you just do like stuff with it. And so
Oh,
I
that's
built
what I'm talking
10
about. Yeah,
sets and then I would sell those.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Jeff,
man.
when people like if people look at your LinkedIn profile, when they look at your background, they will see multiple companies that you've had since your agency work, some SaaS tools, media, brands. Which venture came first and what problem were you trying to solve at the time?
Yeah, I love building brands. That's my thing. Is I'd rather build a logo first and a brand name and before I have anything built. So do have a lot of brands. I guess the first one that I started was Santo Design Co. That was a graphic design company. I designed autograph posters for racers, and then the second iteration to that was more digital, like marketing. And that was when I was working for a company called Orner Racing. They're sponsored by Rockstar and Makita Tools. It was like a
Oh, cool.
snowmobile team, and I'd go out and help set up their booth and take pictures and video and ran their social media. That's what I did in the winter for 5 years. And also at that time, I was working for a company called Canam. They make like ATVs, side by sides, kind of like Yamaha or Honda. They're huge. I was managing over 4 million followers at the time. So those are my two things. But when I was at the snowmobile races, I was getting one of my jobs was to set up the iPads to enter to win like a free snowmobile or a four wheeler. And it was right when QR codes came out on iPhones.
Oh
And
yeah.
people, I was like, there has to be a better way because iPads would always die because it was so cold out. I'm like, there has to
Mm.
be a better way. So I made QR code and just scan it. And then they had the Rockstar models there at all the races. So I gave them like business cards with the QR code on them. They went out in the stands and they had people sign up. And I just made a landing page so people can sign up on their own phones. So that was like my first funnel I created. I don't even know what that was. So I was like, man, I really like this getting leads thing. This is pretty cool because I can measure how many leads I got at the event. And
Yeah, I
then,
like it.
yeah,
Yeah, you've experienced the bottleneck and then you've figured out a solution. And that's kind of a journey of an entrepreneurship in a way, right? We find a new problem in the market and we get excited. I'm kind of like you as well on that branding aspect. I kind of have to first have a visual identity and kind of makes it feel a bit more real. I think it's whatever works for everybody, but I think the branding aspect is kind of important because you have to secure like those social handles and domains and things like that.
totally.
And you've had a one that I've noticed. It's pretty cool. List Builder,
Yeah.
listbuilder.ai. That's like I would think that's a pretty like in demand domain name. When did you
Yeah.
register that one?
Probably 5 years ago. And funny thing about the branding side of this things, and I haven't told anyone this except my wife, is you ever heard of the cobbler has no shoes because they make the shoes and just, they don't have time to focus on their own stuff.
Yeah, never heard it, but
I'm sure other agencies owners have experienced this where they do everything else for all their clients, but yet
Mhm.
their website is horrible. That's where I was at with List Builder for 5 years. I made the brand, I was like super stoked on it, and my website was really non-existent. It was just like a calendar page until recently. I built it, but over that 5 years, I had a T-shirt that said List Builder on it, and I
Uh-huh.
washed it so many times before I got that website built. It was cracking, fading, everything. So anyone listening to this, if you have a brand, don't wait till you make T-shirts and all this swag and stuff before you get started. Just take action and actually build the thing first. Like, you could do the logo work, but don't
Simple,
take five
quick,
years
yeah.
on yeah, and wait so long your T-shirt fades because and not having a website built out for it. It's pretty crazy, but I'm super stoked to have it out now. But yeah, list builders, that's like my jam is building email and SMS lists through social media.
Brilliant. Yeah, I like it. Like what made you want to build it in the first place?
Went back to that snowmobile story. I was collecting leads at those events, and I was like, man, I really like it because I have a goal in mind. I want to get 1,000 leads at this event, and I could track how many emails and SMS I got. I'm like, this is cool. I can do it at events, but can I do it online? There's way more people online because there's only, I don't know, a few hundred at an event. So I'm like, what if I can? I was real big in the mini chat. It's still out, but I was doing I was converting social media followers into email and SMS subscribers with the comment tool. You can do that with HighLevel now.
Yeah.
So that's
I was gonna say I saw your article link in bio sucks.
yeah. I have the
What
domain.
made you? Yeah. What made you write it?
I just think it's a terrible way to, because social media, I have a long history of social media as well. One of my first jobs was to create custom landing pages inside Facebook when that was a thing. Do you remember that?
Can't remember now.
It was like a tab where you can click on it, and when they came to your Facebook, it was like embedding a website on your Facebook.
Oh yeah. On Facebook pages you could embed it. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was sweet. But that was one of my first jobs with the web design company, is like making those, and then it expanded to websites. Yeah, it's been. I remember saying I'll never have a Facebook page ever, and that was like when MySpace was around. And now it's just I'm on my or Facebook, of course, all day like everyone else.
Yeah. So I mean, it's when you think about building a funnel, you want to guide people towards a certain outcome or certain objective. Say from socials, say on Instagram, you might be posting content, valuable content, and you'd be like, okay, link in bio. But after reading your article, obviously you've got a different belief. Why do you think the traditional link in bio model is flawed?
Oh, it's because a good example of this is a past client. He's kind of like a Joe Dispenza, kind of like a motivational type guy. And he'd always come with a podcast, new episodes every Monday. And he'd post on his Instagram, which he has 500,000 followers. He would say, oh, like he would have a clip to the podcast and said, click link my bio. If you think about it, you're on your phone and you're scrolling through the feed and it says, click the link in my bio. So you have to go to his account, then go to the link in bio, then click the link in bio. Then it has, well, if it has a link tree, 3-4 links, then you have to find the link. Then it's 5 or 6 clicks when you can just say, comment episode 10 and I'll send you the link. So what's great about that is when you tell people to say episode 10 in a comment, it can auto reply inside of HighLevel. You're getting more comments, which is one of the highest indicators for engagement on Instagram. And you're also sending them a DM after they comment the keyword. So you're getting more engagement inside the DMs, which is another high like indicator to algorithms or Instagram's algorithm to reward that account with more natural reach. Yeah. Comment was really, I think, underrated. People don't really know what to talk about it too much, but I mean, when you post on social media, I don't know, many people know this, but when you post on social media, Facebook or Instagram, it only goes out to 1 or 2% of your audience.
Yeah, or maybe if you pay for a verified profile, they give you a little bit more of a bump, but it's still not really going to make much traction.
So now you can do the comments feature and start converting those followers. Followers is really a metric, like a vanity metric, is because, like I remember posting on Canam's Instagram, which they had 400,000 followers at the time. We get like 30 likes.
That's a big discrepancy.
Like on this one post, 30 people like it. It's because they limit your reach. Now, if we had the comments feature where say it's a magazine and then they say like same thing with the podcast example, just comment a keyword, keep it short, super easy to spell. And then you can have it auto reply back. Hey, check your DMs. And they'll send a DM and then you can interact with them inside the DMs with AI can now, which is huge.
So I've been running this podcast for a while, and yeah, I see engagement on social media like Instagram, and it's not really getting much traction. So I'm taking a note here. I know about the feature, but I guess this is the thing with HighLevel, right? HighLevel's got so many features, and we can get distracted in a day-to-day. We kind of forget to capitalize or miss these opportunities. So I'm definitely going to apply that because it seems like a lot of hanging fruit. I know that there's a workflow for it. So basically you just have to select the specific post and then set up the trigger on the keyword, but they need to comment below. Yeah. And so when they comment below, how does that work? You can then have the workflow to then submit the follow-up, like a response to their comment. Where does the DM thing come in?
So you just tell it to say, comment the keyword episode 10. Then it will auto respond with, hey, check your DMs. It can filter through, or it can rotate through I think up to 5 random messages back inside the comments. Then it will send DM, and I can show you, I can share my screen. We can actually build like a real demo on this particular example here, even for your podcast.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because what I'm curious, I know there's a rule, so like you can't DM somebody after it's been more than 24 hours, and you can only do that if they obviously initially send you a DM. So I'm wondering, like, how does that work? If they've only commented, they haven't sent you a DM, is there like a specific exception to the rule that?
Yeah. For that one, yeah.
Maybe show a screen, maybe let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be valuable for the listeners as well.
Totally. So, yeah, and this, see how like we're interacting right here. This is like exactly why I built Bot Mockups, and which is like one of my main companies now, is because when I was trying to sell this, just like we are now, it's like I got a picture at how it actually worked, so you can see it was hard
to
sell this without a tool. Which brings me to my next note is like when you're building brands. I don't know about you, but I procrastinate like selling. Everyone procrastinates something. I literally so I had List Builder, but I'm like, man, I wish there was a tool to sell it a little easier. So it's procrastinating selling, even though there's people selling it now without an actual tool. But it would be a lot easier to sell it if I can explain or show someone what exactly it did, rather than spending like time trying to explain what it was. So that's why I built Bot Mockups, literally out of procrastination, because I wanted a tool to help me sell.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some limitations. The known fact is that us, the founders of businesses, we are the ones who like really make or break the business. And oftentimes it's got to do with our own personal beliefs or limitations. So we might be really good at something. And then there's one aspect of just like getting on a phone call, calling people. For me, I'm not a huge fan, so I can relate.
Yeah, totally. I could show you how I'm doing this. I found an example on yours.
Do you want to share? There's a share button and below. Can you use it?
Yep. All right. So let's see. Window. Can you see my screen?
Yep. I can. Yeah.
All right. So this is your podcast, Instagram, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So
that's Priya. Yeah.
Yeah. So love the visual here. It looks awesome. Clipped out really nice. But the thing is, listen to a full podcast here, and on Instagram you can't have clickable links. So these here, people can't click on them. But let's go ahead and turn in what we were describing earlier as the comments feature. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna download this video. I'm gonna download this.
You've got a tool that lets you download videos. That's like what is that? I've never heard of it.
It's actually a Chrome extension. Yeah, I could drop it in the comments. I don't have the Chrome extension I usually use.
What is it called?
Turbo Downloader for Instagram.
Epic. There you go. New tool in my toolbox. Guys, Turbo Downloader. Get it for your Chrome extensions if you want to be able to download videos from Instagram and then use them. That's
this one right here. So you can still see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Epic.
Okay. All right. Let's just go back to Instagram here. Okay. So now we're going to save your profile picture. Hopefully this saves. Yeah. Okay. So now let's go into Bot Mockups here.
Guys, if you are listening to this podcast, obviously we're sharing screen. Don't worry. We do have a YouTube video version. So just head over to our YouTube later if you want to come back and watch what we are showing you guys here on the screen.
Sure. All right. So let's go ahead and create exactly what we're talking about. Inside Bot Mockups, Bot Mockups is a tool designed to create quick personalized demos or AI chatbot demos for both chat and voice, and basically all the channels. So let's go ahead and create a mockup here. We're gonna do demo wizard. This chat to demo is pretty cool. I'll show you how this is. Think like custom GPTs, but you can create a demo in minutes.
Yep.
Let's do. If anyone has a Mac too, I always suggest downloading WhisperFlow. It allows you to do something like this: HighLevel experience podcast. So now
you get WhisperFlow is great. It's just another one of those subscriptions. Now AppSumo has something similar called Voice Dash, and you can just buy a lifetime deal for $65. Just downloaded it yesterday. It works very much the same way. Voice Dash on AppSumo, guys, or Whisper Flow, also a great product. You just have to pay monthly on that one.
I'm grabbing your website too because we can learn more about It'll Scrape the website. So if we go back here.
You may not realize this, but for the last 2 years, I've had a secret weapon that has made running my business inside of HighLevel so much easier. You see, there is so much that HighLevel can do, which is amazing, but it's a lot of work to stay up to date with it. And even more so if my customers are asking me questions about it. And this is why I'm excited to announce that our show is officially part of the HLPT Creator Network. This is HighLevel Pro Tools, an organization that I've been using to run support for my customers, as well as give me a ton of awesome epic add-ons that make running, launching, and differentiating my SaaS inside of HighLevel so much easier. And now that they're an official sponsor of the show, they've done something pretty bloody awesome. If you go to hlpt.com/experience, you can get one of their incredible tools absolutely for free. No purchase necessary, just for being a listener on the show. So head over to hlpt.com/experience, grab that free tool, and I promise you this is going to improve the conversion rates on your page. Check out all the other stuff that they offer and tell them that Pete sent you.
You know what's wild? There's a smarter way to grow your agency and help more local businesses without adding more stress. That's what HighLevel does. It's your all-in-one sales, marketing, automation, and AI system. No more duct taping tools together or paying for 20 different subscriptions that barely talk to each other. I've been using it for 5 years with my own white-level version, Stand Out from the Pack, helping Aussie businesses like Dimitri, a Canberra electrician, who now runs his jobs, quotes, calls, and follow-ups with our built-in AI employee. If you're an agency, HighLevel lets you do exactly that. Support your clients in new ways while building stable, recurring revenue every month. And if you're a local business, partner up with somebody who knows your market and your industry. If you're in Tasmania, my mate Jared from Boulder Digital, for example, has you covered. If you're in Canberra, that's my turf. Check out standoutfromthepack.com.au and we'll get you sorted. The point is, there's probably a high-level agency or SaaSpreneur near you. We're seasoned marketers, tech-savvy super nerds who love helping local businesses grow. We're global, we're connected, we're high-levelers. Now, I've got something really special for you guys. I've negotiated an exclusive 30-day HighLevel trial that's double the usual just for you. Sign up your agency through gohighlevel.com/vid or upgrade your existing plan, and I'll hook you up with over $3,200 worth of bonuses, resources, templates, and snapshots I normally give to my private clients only. So whether you're scaling an agency or leveling up your business, start with the right system. gohighlevel.com/vid or team up with your local SaaSpreneur and let's make business simple again. One platform, one login, no duct tape, just results. It's pretty straightforward. So it's a really good tool that allows you to create bot mockups so that you can create custom ones per each prospect and just send it over to them. What are the biggest mistakes that agencies make when trying to sell AI today?
They don't have a good way to actually show what it looks like and how it functions in real time. Yeah, you can have the self-selling AI, but the thing I ran with that is, one, it takes forever to even set up because you have multiple workflows inside a HighLevel. And then also, two, it just breaks. It's kind of clunky. I used it when it first came out, when ZappyChat released it. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like the golden ticket. I thought it was going to be perfect. I was going to sell so many AI chatbot demos, but I actually used it in person at a Bentley dealership, and I was sitting face for the manager, and I'm like, "Oh, you'll get a text message here in a second, and I'll run you through." Issue with that is like the time between it sends the text message and back. It's just that people get distracted anyways. So, one, he never got the text message, so I didn't close that deal.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst thing when it happens. It's you got demos that are working, you test them in the cams, and then you show them in a client, and then it flops. Yeah, that's the worst nightmare.
Oh yeah,
that could have been a good client, Bentley. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Yeah, we're just going to use the image here for now because I didn't download the video, but you could see it's coming together on the right here. So let's go back to your posts. We're just going to copy this here. I don't really use hashtags anymore. I used to a lot, but I don't think they're really that relevant anymore. It's more SEO based. Let's go back here. We're going to paste this in.
You're big on social media, like learning the latest, what works.
Oh yeah. So now full interview with Priya, and we're gonna say by commenting. Oh, episode 77. So it's super easy. EP 77 is the keyword. Use.
Cool.
Next, keep eye on this indicator here. It's showing how fast we can make this. So we're like a minute in. So if you wanted to, and I made this basically, I went overboard with the customization, but there's a good reason for it. So say if I was pitching you, I would come in here and replace these profile pictures with people that I knew, you knew, say like Sean HighLevel or Dar Holdsworth, people that catch your eye, like, oh, I know them. So you're automatically bringing them in. Not only is it branded to you as well, so you can change the number of likes too. You can change the stories. So this is where, see how Kelsey already commented. The trigger word is.
Oh, you can change it. Okay. So you can use this not just to use it as a way to demo AI chatbots. You can use this also as a way to demo this comment to feature to sell HighLevel.
Yeah, this is what I use for my business. This is the whole idea of like why I built Bot Mockups is this comment trigger, which I needed to sell. So you can add additional commenters, but you don't really need it because you can already see like Kelsey Jones already commented. This is where else then you can flip through the auto replies. So in HighLevel, it'll randomly select one of these. You can customize these if you want.
How many can you put in there? 5? Or is that a limit?
Yeah. But if you're doing a demo, you don't really need, the whole idea of these demos is a lightweight demo. Like just what I do is I record a video of me showing them how it works, and I'll show you that here in a second. But and then get to catch their attention and be like, oh man, this is cool. I see how this could actually get me more followers, more engagement on my podcast, and direct people to my website, to my podcast. You can change the followers count, stuff like that. So now when I put in it scraped your website, brought in business description, about, services, contact information, hours, discovery questions, all that.
Epic. That's epic. That's a big time saver.
Yeah. So this here, if we want to edit this right here, where we say we need to send them this link to the podcast. So let's go back to your website. You have the link to the podcast in here?
The main website, or where you can listen to the episode?
Yeah.
You want to find that specific one, right? So that'll be 77s.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you can drop that in, yeah.
Let's just do that.
It's a redirect link though, so you might want to give it like the final link, maybe.
Okay.
It'll work.
Yeah, we're gonna say send them this link to the podcast to listen to episode 77 podcast. And then change this. So say here's the link to the podcast with Priya. Please spell it right, yeah. Or say it looks like you want the link to the podcast with Priya. And you get pretty detailed with this, but again, you don't really need to spend much time on it. This should really take you 2 to 3 minutes max.
Yep. Epic.
We hit next, and then now it's done. So it took us less than 5 minutes. Now it was like talking through the whole thing and finding the links. So now you have a demo link. By the way, you can customize this to your URL. So it could be demos.youragency.com.
Right.
Then it gives you the iframe embed, which you can embed it onto your website, landing page, whatever you want. But And then you can scan this to preview it on your phone. So if you were in person, you can show them real quick. But let's go ahead and preview this. Looks like we didn't save the image. But anyways, see how it has bot queues here? The slides, I call them bot queues. It tells the person, like, say if you did send this link over to someone, it'll actually walk them through with it. What a click.
Yeah, if you didn't have there, I could see how that would be a big friction in the demo. Yeah, that's pretty handy.
So now we could say EP77 and see how auto responds back, and then it sent a DM. So it looks like it's on your Instagram now. Now we click this, and I can say yes. There we go.
This is not for real, though. This is still a mock-up, right? It's not actually online.
Yeah, it's just a mock-up, but that way it looks like it's already installed. That's the whole idea about mock-ups, is so they could see what it looks like, how it functions in real time, as if they already had it.
This is epic.
And then say, cool, since it's trained on your website, it can answer any other questions too.
Okay. So this is epic. So this is a demo on how this is one product you can sell. And then you could also sell AI agent, like a chatbot for the website as well. So that's like an upsell. You could do a bundle of those two services to businesses.
Yeah. So do you have a chatbot on your website?
Not on this one, but my agency one does. Standoutfromthepack.com.
Cool. You want to do a web chat demo or what?
I mean, since we're already on this topic of bot mockups, I was going to interview you and have a bunch of questions, but might as well just go over this to show the guys that as a use case as well.
Yeah. So so we already have one built for the podcast. Let's duplicate this. So you can make all these channels.
All right. So we got some options here. So let's just have a look at these options. So we got Facebook organic and Instagram ads. So the Facebook organic, that's kind of like the comment below thing, is it?
Yeah, same thing we just did, but on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. Then you got regular web chat, which is a good use case for businesses on their website. SMS. You have voice as well.
Yeah, voice, inbound, and also the web chat widget.
Excellent. So you have those two as well. Epic. And then I assume, obviously, the fulfillment for the agencies, they can then obviously actually build it through HighLevel's conversation AI or voice AI, or use a third-party vendor like Closebot.
Yep. Yeah. Either one of those work just fine. So the idea of this is just, okay, let's build a quick demo, get them to say, wow, okay, I get it. I want that. And then get them to say yes, send them over the invoice. And then that's when you build the actual bot in HighLevel or Closebot, or just whatever you want.
Really cool thing about this is I've been trying to like demo a really custom one to a group of, there's a big car dealership group here in Canberra, and it's owned by one company, and they've got 10 different dealerships. I was trying to prepare for that, so I would build a fully custom thing using HighLevel conversation AI. So yeah, what this does is just speeds it up significantly, because you can template it out. Your system scrapes the website, and then it generates the prompt, which is pretty much 99% there. You can just maybe a little bit of a tweak. So if you're combining, this is now a question about prospecting at scale. I guess this is where you can combine your list building, prospecting B2B, or use something like the general prospecting tool inside GHL, or something that gives you even more insights like White Level Suite. How do you then connect it all together? Can you have it like fully automated that say if I generate a list through White Level Suite on a particular industry, I get 100 contacts. I then drop it into GHL, then through GHL, do you have an API that can then drops it into Bot Mockups and then create those demos at scale? Or
yeah, so we have a two-way integration with HighLevel. You can see the button over here. I can show you, like you can bring them in to HighLevel, then push them into Bot Mockups, churn up the demo, send it back to HighLevel, and then it will place the demo link, the share link here, this demo link, and the iframe into a custom user field, and then you can fire off an email with all the information already there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I can show you too the list building stuff, but I want to show you to this demo, like to duplicate the channel. So say we wanted a web chat on here.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's going to the website, taking a screenshot of your website. And so it'll just take a second. But this way, like that duplication feature into other channels makes it super easy. So say if you did want to sell them a web chat widget on their website and also say a database reactivation via SMS, you can do that as well. So there it is. Now we change the avatar, welcome message. You can toggle off the avatar if you want. It automatically detects the branding colors, so it knows you're green. You can change
That's awesome.
You can change the chat title here, whatever. And now you have the prompt already written that knows already about the business. And we're done in a minute. So now open this up and it's ready to go. Where can I listen to episodes? Yeah. So yeah, that's the web chat widget, which we made in like a minute.
Yeah. So this is obviously big time saver. It's a great tool if you are serious about selling. Now, what about voice AI?
Yeah. So let's go back to mockups here. Let's just duplicate the channel. You want to do voice inbound or web chat widget?
You mean the widget, the orb for voice?
Yeah, like HighLevel has that widget now where it's voice. It looks like a chat widget, but it's voice. You can click on it.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Let's try that one. Okay, so now we already have the screenshot. There it is. We could choose the voice. So right now we use 11 Labs for voices, just like HighLevel. There's 39 voices right now, but say if they're like, I get a lot of requests for, like we had one this week. Hey, can you add this South African voice? We just need 11 Labs, a voice ID, and we can add it. So then you can preview them, all that. You say we want this one here, and all the advanced voice settings too that are in HighLevel. You can do that all the same thing inside here.
Mm-hmm.
You can really tailor it. So next, again, it does that branding, so probably brought in the blue from the HighLevel logo. Now here's the prompt. I think we need to update it to voice, but let's just hit activate demo here. Yeah, the voice is there.
Epic. Mm-hmm. That's great. Can we discuss the sales process with this? Like how much can you integrate it back into HighLevel so that you can create that, like I said earlier, a full prospecting machine where you drop contacts into Bot Mockups? How much of it can be automated? If I drop 100 contacts into Bot Mockups through HighLevel, will the system automatically generate all those demos to a point where it's almost good to go, or would you still need to go through them, maybe adjust them a little bit?
Right now, you have to do it individually. Yeah, you can. There's a couple ways to import them. You can say if you wanted to, you already had a list, say like from Suite, you can upload the list here. Just import the CSV file, and then it'll bring in the companies like this. And then
okay, so you have your own lead finder in here. You can actually find your own leads through here. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that as well. That's why I recommend to start now, say, because it comes with, you can do unlimited leads. The only thing we charge for is enriching the data, so finding particular contacts of those companies.
Yeah.
Let's say we want to look for, I'm just gonna car wash in Minneapolis, Indiana. You could do a batch size of 5 to 50. I like to just do 5 just because I want to see what it brings it in. And it takes a minute. Actually, that's one of the things I had Bot Mockups V1, which is out right now. V2 isn't out to public yet, but it is your audience. And I'm getting everyone on V2. When I originally released Bot Mockups is like the middle piece. It's like, okay, cool. I have the sales tool. But what if I don't have leads? Well, it's okay. Now I solved that problem where you can find leads in here. and it'll bring the leads, and it'll bring in the Google Business Rating, if you want to know that. If they have a website, if they're running Google Ads, so this is the really good indicator. If they're running Google Ads, then they're more likely to spend money in marketing.
Yep.
And then also too, it checks to see if their website has a chat widget. So one of the lowest hanging fruits when selling AI chatbots is, hey, do they have a web chat widget on the website? If not, then that's a good foot in the door offer. And you can tell immediately if they have a web chat widget. So I brought in those leads. You can find, say this one here. We want to find
right.
contacts.
This is the enrichment part.
Yeah. So only charges, like if I click this button, it's going to charge 1 credit. And no matter, it brought in 6 contacts at this company, but it still only charged the user 1 credit.
Okay.
You can bring in 50 contacts and still just be 1 credit.
Yeah, brilliant.
So now we got contacts there, 6 contacts, and say we want to create a demo. It pre-fills the information. Let's just do web chat widget, just like we did last time. So yeah, you can find leads, build the demos, and then you can send them out via HighLevel as well. Since you have the HighLevel integration, you can send the demo links over to HighLevel and then fire out through workflow.
So one extra step that would have to happen is to actually generate an email that, like a cold outreach email with that thing, and leveraging AI to generate that email. But that would require knowing the data that was generated through the prospecting, through the lead finder. Mm-hmm. Does all that data come through into HighLevel as well? Can you map it against the custom fields?
We could, yeah. I never thought about that, but yeah.
Because then I could have a workflow that is triggered, let's say, like how does HighLevel know which contact has been imported from Bot Mockups? Is there a way to tell?
You can add a tag, like right now, the integrations, you're on here, HighLevel, and then the fields that are created, the custom user fields, we just add another field or a tag, say like Bot Mockups lead or whatever, Bot Mockups demo.
Yeah, okay. So that's how you trigger a workflow inside HighLevel. And then if you could map all the contacts coming in, do they have a chat widget on the website? All those extra, basically all those columns, you could map them against custom fields inside GHL. Then you trigger your workflow, have a prompt with those fields injected into the prompt for context, and then that would generate a highly personalized email and then outreach.
Totally.
So that right now you have capability for these ones, but those are not there yet. But that would be epic.
I gotta have it this week.
I mean, it's so. Question for more of a just curiosity here. Did you how long? I think this is a good question because right now there's a big shift with how CRMs are being built and AI. Right, people can vibe code stuff. Had a call with a mate of mine who's literally vibe coded and built his very own CRM and this smart website thing in about a month. At a budget of maybe $2,000. That's what it costs him. And he did it himself. So there's a whole shift in the industry where I don't know if this is going to become a big thing or if this is just us nerding out on a few things. But
yeah.
Your product is awesome. I like what you've done. It's epic. What I'm curious to know is how long does it take to build something like that? What goes into it?
I mean, it was a good year of development just for V1.
And then do you do it yourself? Do you got developers?
I have a couple of developers, yeah.
Okay, so you're like the vision maker and guiding them for you.
I'm like the visionary. Like I do some of the front end stuff and design, but I also have a designer too on the team. So
yeah,
it makes it a little easier when I got to share the vision, shoot a couple looms, disperse it through my developers, and also I'm in there more than I was in V1. So we can make things happen quicker as well.
That's awesome. Look, I mean, HighLevel is an amazing platform, but selling the CRM, selling it for what it is with your own logo on it can be harder than what people think. It's get rich quick kind of thing. It doesn't really work that well. You have to have a bit more of a strategy, have a market, have a bit more of an offer. And things like selling AI agents to businesses, or more specifically AI receptionists or bots that can qualify, answer, and even book appointments. It's very appealing offer. And then with your product, it makes it even easier to actually pitch it to businesses. So it's a no-brainer. Now, for agencies that are listening to this and they're like, that could be my way. That could be how I crack through my local market. How much do you see? What do you see working in terms of pricing? What other agencies are pricing that service as?
Yeah, I usually tell them start at 1,500 setup, and then do at least $300 a month. You could take it down depending on what it is and the niche. I mean, you could do the same thing for a niche that charges way more. Let's say like a pool business. I mean, they charge like $100,000 for a pool. I think now, probably even more. They're gonna have more money to spend on it. So yeah, go for the niches that actually sell the services for a few like thousand rather than
like because then it's a lot easier to then say, okay, how much is a deal worth to you? Like a roofer, how much is a new client that wants to get a roof done? How much is that worth to you? And that's like tens of thousands, right? So that's, if we could convert at least even 1% of the traffic on your website that currently is there, and you don't have any way to engage them, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what I say. I mean, don't go after, like, for example, a paintball facility. Like I like playing paintball sometimes. I think it'd be a cool niche to go after, but I don't think they have that much money to spend on marketing. Just guessing. Also, like barbershops, unless they're charging, I mean, barbershops here are like $40 a haircut. Like, maybe they do have money. I don't know. But yeah, I would definitely go after the niches and like these like pool builders. Let's just go like this one here. By the way, we just launched templates in here. So there's over 300 some templates that are already pre-built. So say like you want to get it into AI, like selling AI. You can come in here. There's over 40 niches built already. Say you you use Bot Mockups where you want to embed some stuff into your website to show examples. You go in here.
Yeah, so you could have a page like, hey, we sell AI employees, and then click select your industry, takes them to that specific industry page, and you can have that embedded on there for them to play with. Yeah. And then if they want to, and then maybe a clever thing might be like, hey, request a custom demo for your business specifically, and that's where you can do that as well.
That's exactly what I do. I'll show you this. This is the SMS demo. So let's say database reactivation, you can show them how that would work, or cover, like, generate leads from your existing list. That's another harder one I was trying to explain to some business owners that they don't know what database reactivation is. So if you can show them how this would work in real time, rather than using a real SMS and then they get distracted and not text back.
Right, yeah. So you could use this to help you sell database reactivation, and you could also use it for existing clients that are already with you on your SaaS paid subscription, and you want to upsell database reactivation. There's a whole lot of room for how this can be utilized. I like that.
Oh yeah, they mentioned car dealerships. Let me show you this one here. I mean, actually, this is, I think, could be huge, and the reason why I made this one is for car dealerships. So imagine you're running like Facebook lead ads. So let's go in here to, let's go car dealerships, right? Car dealership. Let's do India.
Can you put a? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we can change it. What do you want?
Just put a Canberra, Australia.
How do you spell that?
So it's CAN, and for Nancy.
Oh, CAN.
And then BE. There you go.
This one?
Canberra ACT. Yeah.
All right. So let's cancel this one. Are you running Facebook ads for the, like, what was like your idea for the car dealership stuff?
It was for Voice AI Agent. Voice AI Agent, that when either like existing buyers in the database who maybe came into a dealership in the past and they were sourcing a particular car. It was the other way. It was for a new people looking to buy a car and they call in the dealership. They can have a conversation with the voice agent, and then what I was trying to do is connect the agent to a database, like a spreadsheet of up-to-date database of what they have available in the yard, like what cars, what make, what brand, year, make, all that. Then it'd be able to like reference against that database live on the call. So, hey, okay, cool. What brand you're looking for color? And then it would just tell them right away, oh yeah, we have something like that in one of those dealerships. Very doable. A bit more of a custom build, but that's what I was building. I built it through GHL, so it was voice AI through GHL, and it was just like a made up dummy database spreadsheet that basically it was just part of the knowledge base.
Yeah. I'm rolling out knowledge base probably next week, so you can attach a knowledge base to a demo. So you could essentially have that Excel spreadsheet or a document that has some fake data in it.
You know what? I as we're going through this, I'm just like, because I'm unbiased, right? I'm just looking at this product as I haven't built it. So what straight away, like I'm thinking, you know what? This is cool. So you can have these demos, and they're like a real demos. They're so dialed in that it's almost like if they say yes, it'd be amazing if you can then just push a button and then it got deployed as a real thing inside GHL because you already have everything. Thought of that?
Yeah, look into that.
Do you know what I mean? You've got a prompt, you've got everything already. So just pressing the button and then decide you want to go high level, you want to go close bot, deploy, because then the fulfillment becomes like a prospecting becomes very scalable. Fulfillment becomes very scalable. You can sell this like hotcakes.
I think it would work in like the basic use cases, but I think
not custom now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You'd have to maybe if it pushed out the prompt over into something like closebot, then at least that would give you a starting point. Okay, cool. I've got the draft here on the back of the demo, and then just task a VA or one of the team to finalize the fulfillment.
Yeah, I've been talking to Bryce, and that is something on the roadmap is direct integration to closebot.
Is like what to do something what I just laid out.
Yeah. That, I mean, we didn't really talk about that, but that's a good idea because I'm trying to connect all these links. So it's okay. I originally started with the sales tool. Well, I need to solve the problem of getting leads for people. Now I can do that. Now it's okay. What is the next step to make it even easier? Is okay. Let's send it to HighLevel. Okay, now it's make it easier to build the actual bot, and then that'd be like the whole gamut across the board. That would be really cool. The Facebook lead ads feature, I think this would be huge for car dealerships or agencies that are run Facebook lead ads. So imagine, okay, you run Facebook lead ads for a car dealership. I mean I know a lot of agencies that do that. But on the back end, like Speedly, you're supposed to send them a text message right after they like come through they fill out the Facebook lead ad.
Yeah.
Whereas I was like, I wish there was an easy way to show how the AI can respond to it. I'm going to skip over the image just for time's sake, but.
Oh, yeah, right. So they can see the follow-up of that lead and how it interacts with the AI. So they can see it end to end. So if you're approaching car dealership and say, hey, we ran ads for this much retainer, we've been pitched by so many. But if you actually have that as a demo, that can cut through the noise. That's great.
Yeah, you can make the questions too. Hey, what car are you interested in? What's your timeline? Whatever. And this was all pre-filled before, depending on the niche. And now we can show how it responds. Activate this so we can show it in real time. So imagine going to a car dealership and say, hey, I can run your Facebook ads for you. We can use AI to help book appointments. This is how it would work. This would be the ad. You click here and they type in, I'm looking for a Chevy Camaro. It's probably not. I mean, you can dial in these questions, but just like you would right here, I can say my name, jobs.com, and then now you can see, you can tell them like, hey, right when they fill out the form, then they'll get a text message, and it rolls right into the text message. So you can show them how the Facebook ad work, how they're collecting leads in the lead ad, then how they would get a text message like this, and I would say, yeah, I'm looking for a new Camaro. Yeah, we dial it in, but that was just a quick demo of how we can show end to end how it would work.
I can't remember from memory. I know you were on a Gary Caps's podcast, a mate of mine, and you mentioned something about how you do this approach of presenting it. I can't remember if you mentioned any data on this, but what I'm curious to know is, did you find it that you get more conversion if you actually jump on a Zoom call with the owner and then show them this demo and with instructing them what to do, adding extra voiceover? Or just send them a link or do something in between, like recording a loom?
My strategy I've always used since day one before Bot Mockups, I would spend way too much time creating a custom demo. Then I would shoot here. Let me just record. Let me share my screen and I'll show you how I would do it. Okay. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So this I would do. I like to shoot 1-2 minute max video. Let me just show you like in real time how I would do it. Do it like this. I'd make my face visible here.
Yeah, I don't know if I can see that. We can't see that, but
Oh,
yeah. So you've got,
yeah.
because you're using Loom and you haven't. Yeah, it's just on your own, and that's all good.
Yeah, but I would say
so like a talking head next to it of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would send them that loom, and then I would keep it 1 or 2 minutes max to flip through it really quick, and say, hey, if this is something you'd be interested in, love to get on a quick Zoom with you just to see if we can dial this in for you and get you more clients. That way, yes, you can send them the link, but even with the cues, I feel like just taking 1 or 2 minutes out of your time rather than doing the spray and pray method is just sending out email blast, like trying to get people, you're going to have more. I don't have the exact data on it, but if I got a personalized demo with someone's face talking to me, I would more be up to, okay, I want to get on a call with them rather than here's a cold email I got, just a text message. And
so do you always say the same stuff? You just modify the greeting and the person's name?
Yeah, it could vary. I don't really have a script I use, but I just, I talk to them as if I was talking to a friend. So
I wonder if there's another thing for your roadmap, like having an agent thing that automatically generates that video with your avatar. So then you can have that spray, and then it can bring it back to being more scalable than having to spend.
Yeah, those are all good things, man. My wife was in here earlier and she's like, "What? When's the features gonna stop with Bot Mockups?" Like, that's probably not gonna stop.
There's people like me always gonna be like digging at more, and yeah, mate, this is awesome. Thank you so much for the demo. Now, this is an amazing product. In the right hands, with the right approach, this can be a game changer for anybody out there that's trying to sell more SaaS. Foot in the door offers, you name it. So what's the cost of a platform like that? Because to me, it's like tremendous value.
I mean, there's nothing else out there that's easier. It's crazy, man. It's something I've wanted for 10 years, selling chatbots. Yeah, the price is $147 a month. And if you sell one client, just one, it'd pay for the whole year of Bot Mockups. Like, you could do it the hard way and not do a customized demo, or try a customized demo in HighLevel or something, and it just takes forever. So just save yourself time and just hop on board and give it a try.
So $147 a month. We've put together a deal for you guys. Let me bring it up here. It's a no-brainer. And I know you've got a trial. I think like on your website, you have a 7-day trial, right? You could literally just sign up for a trial and on day one, generate the leads, run prospecting. If you hit up 100 businesses, that's a high chance that you'd probably be able to schedule a call with 1 or 2 of them. Actually, a question to you is, with that sales process, what you find is, so if you do go the extra mile and say you add the extra talking head, you highly personalize it, and you send it over to them, what happens then? Do you still find like you still have to jump on a sales call with them, or do they then just generally go and sign up?
I do, just to, I don't know, show my face a bit more. I just hop on a 30-minute call, maybe less than that. Depends what you want. I mean, you could. I know people would just send over looms. I prefer looms anyways. Like, even with my team, we don't really ever jump on Zoom. We just shoot looms back and forth. So it depends if they're comfortable with buying something just from a loom, which I think people are now. But yeah, you do either one, I would say.
Yeah. And then the offer is obviously $2,000 for the setup, and then $300 ongoing for the use of it, and then you'll fulfill, and then happy days. And then obviously,
Yeah,
there's
that's
some
what I
form.
recommend.
You get them to fill up some sort of an onboarding form to get you the info that you need for the prompt and all that. Epic. Okay, so I'm just trying to find the offer for you guys. I'm hooked, so I definitely will be using it for my own needs. We've learned so much in this episode. I've put myself in the hot seat. I actually didn't plan for it with the podcast. So there's a few things that I'm going to be implementing as well with the comment below thing. I'm surprised I haven't utilized it already. So thanks for that tip, Jeff. Now the offer. Okay, here we go. The offer for you guys is we've negotiated with me and Jeff. We talked earlier. And so you can sign up. Full disclosure, it's an affiliate link because why not? Now, if you go to highlevelexperience.com/bot mockups, so one word, no space, bot mockups, highlevelexperience.com/bot mockups, you can get to the bot mockups page and learn everything about, what it's all about. We're pretty much laid it all out anyway, but if you want to dig into it a bit more, there's some written stuff on your website, on Jeff's website. So that affiliate link is important because if you sign up through that affiliate link, what will happen is you'll be able to claim an extended trial. So regular trial is 7 days. You'll be able to claim double that. So 14 days. That's double the chance of closing. And like I said, just one client is enough to cover the cost and still make profit. But, and that, that's all I wanted as a deal for you guys. Like, I always looking out for you. But Jeff thought maybe he wants to do more than that, which you totally didn't have to, mate, because your product is bloody epic. And but do you want to break it down? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. So for a limited time, just for your audience, that they can get the annual plan for $1,000.
So how much is it normally?
That's like almost 2,000, something like that. Like 1,787, something like that.
So that's I mean, it's a no-brainer already. And if you were on the fence, then you should take action on this. This is epic. Yeah, so you can save a ton of money as well if you commit fully, go all in, buy the annual plan, then you'll get a discount. Now, the way this works, guys, is we'll have to have a promo code as well for the attribution. Do we need the promo code?
Nope. Yeah, just send support at botmockups.com. I'll see it on the back end that you came over from the podcast because it attributes since you use the
see
link.
it in the affiliate report. Yeah. So guys, just make sure that perfect. And then just email you support at botmockups.com, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
So let's give you the full spiel one more time, guys. So head over to highlevelexperience.com/bot mockups. Sign up to Bot Mockups. That'll be my affiliate link there already. You'll get attributed. And then just email support at botmockups.com to let Jeff and his team know, hey, I've come through Vit's affiliate link. I've just signed up for 7-day trial. Please, can I get the 14-day? Can I get the deal? Now, the 14-day extended trial, it's kind of like an ongoing offer for you guys. But the annual special, there is a limited time only. And so at the time of releasing this episode, you have basically until end of May. Okay, so from 1st of April, May, from June, you won't be able to claim that big deal on the annual. You'll still be able to claim the extended trial. But yeah, that's the deal. And thank you so much, Jeff. That's a big deal. You didn't have to do that. Like, your product is the price point of it and what it provides is already incredible. Like, I would think you could sell it for more.
Yeah, I wanted to be affordable too for people starting out. We have some more stuff in the works as well. By the time this rolls out, we'll have even more features. So just be even more valuable. And like you said, the stuff we talked about on the show now will probably be out by the time this rolls out. So it's pretty cool, man. It just keeps getting better. And I love seeing people actually win because I was there at one time. Like, man, I really wish I can sell bots easier. And there's nothing else that is easier. Just turn them up in 1 or 2 minutes and you're good to go.
Epic. Jeff, thank you so much, mate. Thank you for being on the show today, breaking it all down. I appreciate you. And thank you for what you're doing for the community. It's a big help.
Yeah, same to you.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for listening to today's episode on the High Level Experience podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode, then please share it with fellow agency mates and other high levelers that you think would also benefit from listening. For show notes, links, and extra tips to help you grow your agency or your SaaS with High Level, please go to highlevelexperience.com. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day, everybody.